Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, which is, I think, a fantastic study carried out by more than 1,300 experts from 95 countries and released in 2005, has demonstrated that the current rate of the loss of biodiversity is unprecedented. And they have demonstrated that the 2/3 of ecosystems are degraded. But they concluded that achieving the 2010 target was achievable, provided, of course, that the international community undertake unprecedented efforts. And this was in 2005. We will be, I think, in a couple of months in 2010, but it is unfortunate to state that this target will not be met. The European Union had recently in April a meeting in Athens, and they came also with the conclusion that unfortunately the 2010 target in Europe will not be achieved. So it doesn't mean that this has not been a very efficient way of mobilizing the efforts. The 2010 target has been efficient because it has succeeded in mobilizing the international community, including at the level of heads of states, in order to redouble efforts to achieve the 2010. And we hope that in a couple of months in Nagoya, in COP10, at the 10th meeting of the Conference of the Parties, the international community will assess the progress achieved in achieving this target, but most importantly, they will shape the way for future action beyond 2010.
So you already mentioned about the COP10, which will be held in Aichi, Nagoya. And so could you explain more about the significance of this COP10 and the role of Japan and the Japanese people?
I think the COP10 will be a unique event in the history of the Convention. And I am sure that your children and my children will recall that in Nagoya, Aichi Prefecture, a new page, I think, of doing business with nature will have started. It is an exceptional meeting because it will be held, as we just said, in 2010 during the celebration of the International Year on Biodiversity. And we sincerely hope that the objective of the International Year will be achieved. And there will be more and more awareness about the need to protect life on Earth, but also engagement by all stakeholders. So we hope that in Nagoya, new commitments by all stakeholders will be reached, not only on assessing what has been done or what we have failed to do in achieving the 2010 target, but most importantly, to agree on a new strategy for beyond 2010. It will be significant because a new target will be adopted. We call it already Aichi Nagoya target, post-2010. A new strategic plan for the Convention for the new decade will be adopted. An international regime on access and benefit sharing will be adopted. And this will be a meaningful contribution to achieving the MDGs, the Millennium Development Goals target, and reducing halving the rate of poverty in the world and ensuring the sustainable development. So for all these reasons, and also the way that I think this meeting is being conceived as a platform for stakeholders. There will be a meeting between CEOs of companies and ministers of environment, because you need the private sector, and I pay tribute to Kederan for mobilizing its effort to have this meeting and to mobilize the business sector in Japan and internationally as a stakeholders. There will be a city summit. There will be a first time that will have all the mayors of the world, gathering in Nagoya, Aichi Prefecture, in order to have a plan of action on how to protect biodiversity in the cities. There will be a summit of bilateral and multilateral donors, a summit of youth, a summit of women, a summit of parliamentarians. Globe International will organize a meeting with the parliamentarian, with the Globe Japan. So all the stakeholders, including, of course, the government and the NGOs and the indigenous and local communities, will be gathered not only to agree on the post-2010 strategy, but most important, to contribute to the post-2010 strategy. And this, as I said, by all stakeholders, including individuals. We'll be organizing in Nagoya a meeting of the donor the second meeting of the private donor forum. It's individual, rich people who wants to contribute. The first meeting was held in Berlin, and the second meeting will be held in Bonn. So we want this Nagoya meeting to be a citizen meeting where we, as a human being, can commit ourselves to protect life on Earth for ourselves and for our children.